SMP サイドストーリーくんねちぷ。
Previous overview. On the night of the storm, Kunasiapu told her mother about her feelings, where she learned about her mother's feelings, and decided to trust her mother and wait for her sister's return. However, her sister did not return, and 10 years passed. "10 years have passed since the stormy night. The day after a storm similar to that day, I was looking up at the same cloudy sky as that day. A lot has happened in the last decade. In the end, Seuss's purpose was to divide the river into two parts so that the water would not overflow, and to increase the number of fields so that there would be no problem with food. If that was the goal, we could have discussed it and solved it. After complaining to him several times that I was being too pushy with Susa, including the fact that I had been separated from my sister, he stopped coming to Palakodan and has since moved to Kodan deep in the mountains. Another reason why Susa stopped coming to Palakodan was because of the man from Yaso country that Susa was looking for. The man was also involved in the case of Hankanaikodan. He spread strange rumors to provoke us into hostilities, and to encourage violence by pretending to be Susa's emissary. It seems that the man was also involved in the attack on the messenger sent to Yaso. However, the man had already disappeared when Susa went to look for him. So, he was very frustrated that he could not keep the promise he had made to us. But the main reason was that I was too angry with him. He's short-tempered and gets angry at me easily, but he's never been angry with me, so I think I've said too much to him. In fact, 2 years ago, I had a child with Susa, and the child will soon be 3 years old. Our child grew up quickly and is now able to stand and walk on his own, so everyone was surprised. The child's name is Auna, which Susa gave to him because he wanted the child to be a big person with big aspirations. However, Susa has many children, and Auna is the youngest. It's a bit complicated why I ended up marrying him. My parents were vehemently against it, but Susa asked me to be the last woman, and I accepted him over my parents' objections. Susa's actions are misunderstood because they are forceful and violent, but he is actually a pure and honest person. My father understood his personality, but he was angry because he said that it was a different story when it came to marriage. My parents were angry and didn't talk to me for a while, but they forgave me after meeting Susa frequently and talking to him. In fact, I think it's more appropriate to say that my parents gave up rather than forgiving me. After the birth of the child, my mother came home frequently, and my mother and grandmother began to take care of the child. I am grateful for my family. My child was growing up faster than I expected, and I began to seriously consider the journey to find my sister I had been thinking about for a long time. It's sad to be separated from my child, but I have to put up with it because I'll see him again. When I told my family what I thought, they said, "If you are determined, I will not object. Leave the child's affairs to us," the family replied. The problem is Susa. He's definitely going to disagree, so let's figure out some way to convince him. Also, Susa lives deep in the mountains, so I have to go deep into the mountains to talk to him, but it's half a day's distance to Kodan, where he is. It's a bit far, but I have to go. The next morning, I left for Kodan, where Susa was, and I was a little surprised to see many people greeting and talking with me. It was because there were people who called me a princess, so I felt something awkward. I haven't changed at all, but the environment around me has changed a little, and I'm a little confused. It's a good opportunity, so let's clear up our minds too. Today's story ends. The continuation of the story will be updated tomorrow. Please look forward to. If you like, please subscribe to the channel. See you again.